Dear Mom by Thack. August 5th. Dear Mommy, the stupid doctor says I should try writing to you. Not sure why. I mean, he's not even a real doctor. He's one of those feelings ponies. I don't even know how this is supposed to make me feel better. It's not like you're even here. I can't look at you or talk to you ever again. It's not fair. First Dad runs off, and now you have to leave me too? Why can't anyone close to me stay? I think there must be something wrong with me. I miss you so much, Mommy. August 19th. Dear Mommy, it's getting harder and harder to do this. I can't stop feeling like it's my fault. Dr. Frood, the feelings pony, says that it will take a while for me to understand. I don't care. I was there. I know it's my fault. If I had done what you said, I wouldn't be in this mess. I'm so stupid sometimes. I live in the orphanage now. It's not as nice as our home, but there's more ponies here. Even the head mistress, Mrs. Kinder, is nice. She makes us clean our beds and help wash up around the building, but other than that, she lets us do what we want. All us older ponies have to go to school every day, but other than that, she just lets us do whatever. I made a new friend today. She has no cutie mark either. Her name is Sweetie Belle. We decided that we would form a group to help other blank flanks like us find their cutie marks. We haven't figured out what to name our group, though. I wish you were here. Sometimes I can't sleep at night. Dr. Frood says it will pass, but I don't want to sleep. When I sleep, I have nightmares about you, and I miss you. September 14th. Dear Mommy, it's getting a little easier to write these. Dr. Frood is really impressed by my progress. Some days I have trouble, but most days are good. I'm scared, Mom. I have trouble remembering what you look like sometimes, or the way you sound. I don't want to forget. I don't want to cry anymore either. I hate it. Ms. Kinder says I shouldn't listen to these thoughts. She's nice, but she's not you, Mom. She has all the other ponies to take care of. I miss us. I miss you. Scootaloo. November 1st. Dear Mom, today is a good day. I haven't cried at all today. I still think of you and it still hurts, but I don't cry all the time now. I think I am getting stronger too. I can go faster than I ever could before. There's been a lot of adoptions at the orphanage. Most of them seem to be the younger fillies and colts, not us older ponies. It's all right though. I don't think I am ready to have another family. Maybe I will just stay with Ms. Kinder for a while. I forgot to tell you, me and Sweetie Belle met a new pony last month. Her name is Apple Bloom. She's a blank flank just like us. She wears a ribbon in her hair. Happy birthday, by the way. I told Ms. Kinder it was your birthday and she said we should celebrate. I told her she didn't have to, but she went ahead to Sugar Cube Corner and got a cupcake and a candle. She had me blow it out. It made me think of your last birthday. Remember? I ended up making a huge mess in the kitchen trying to make you breakfast in bed. Grandma tried to help, but I wanted to do it. I thought I was a big pony and didn't need help from no one. I don't want to be a big pony anymore. November 22nd. Dear Mom, today I met some awesome new ponies. Their names are Rainbow Dash, Fluttershy, Applejack, and Rarity. Rarity is Sweetie Belle's older sister, and Applejack is Apple Bloom's. I'm guessing you could figure the last one out since they're both apples. Fluttershy seems nice, though she's really quiet. She does have a lot of animals, though, and she's a Pegasus that hardly ever flies. I wonder if it's because she can't. Like me. But Rainbow Dash has got to be the most coolest pony ever. She is tough and fast and cool, and she doesn't let any pony boss her around. When I grow up, I want to be just like her. My birthday was last week. Ms. Kinder gave me a new helmet, and Apple Bloom and Sweetie Belle gave me a Wonderbolts poster. They're the best friends a filly could hope for. Anyway, I gotta go get ready for Pinky's party. She's very nice. She even let us play pin the tail on the pony. Love you lots. Scootaloo. April 14th. Dear Mom, not much happened today. Went to school and spent time with Sweetie Belle and Apple Bloom. Still no Cutie Mark. Every pony else in our class has one except the three of us. Why? Is there something we're doing wrong? Maybe we need to do some more stuff and have some more adventures. I'm sure we'll get our Cutie Marks then. I got to hear how Rainbow Dash got her Cutie Mark. She's so awesome that she caused all her friends to get theirs as well. How cool is that? I wish I was half as cool. That's all for now. Love, Scootaloo. July 19th. Dear Mom, it's been another month, but still no Cutie Mark. Apple Bloom, Sweetie Belle, and I are doing our best to get them, though. We've tried our hooves at baking, zip lining, carpentry, and a whole mess of other stuff. We even tried being matchmakers once. I don't think we'll ever try to do that again. Poor Big Mac. Anyway, school is going good. Ms. Cherylee is a really good teacher. She doesn't give us too much homework, and we get to have fun in class. And she wasn't too mad at us for giving her the love potion. Still can't fly, though Rainbow Dash said she would train me someday. Isn't that awesome? She has got to be the coolest pony in all of Ponyville. And she said she would be my big sister too. Is there nothing she can't do? I still miss you, but it's getting better. I know I shouldn't be angry about what happened, but I still have nightmares. They don't come as often as before, which is nice. I still wake up in the middle of the night sometimes wishing you were there. How much easier this would be. But you're someplace better, and I bet you're having a blast. Anyway, I better go. We're about to go crusading again. I'm hoping at least one of us gets her Cutie Mark from hang gliding, and we don't get in too much trouble. Say hi to Grandma for me. Love, Scootaloo. October 20th. Dear Mom, I just had my first flying lesson and it's awesome! We didn't get to do much, but just spending time with Rainbow Dash is amazing all by itself. She showed me some exercises I can do to get better at flying, and they are tough. My wings have never been so sore. But it's gonna be worth it. Who knows? Rainbow said she'd even help me once she became a Wonderbolt. How cool would that be? Being trained by an actual Wonderbolt. Dr. Frood says I don't need to see him as often. He says my letters are helping me get over what happened. I'm not sure I will ever get over it, Mom. It seems like everywhere I go, I'm always running into ponies who have family to call their own. Apple Bloom has Applejack and Big Mac and Granny Smith, not to mention all her other family that comes to visit. Sweetie Belle has her sister and her parents, but I got no pony, except Rainbow. But it's not like I can ask her to spend all her time with me. She does have to train after all. Is heaven nice? I bet it's nice. I bet there's no crying or nothing. And you can see every pony you want to. And no pony has a mean thing to say or a mean trick to pull on each other. Some pranks are pretty funny though. I guess those would be okay in heaven, huh? As long as no pony got hurt? I bet that would be fine. Ms. Kinder says it's time to go. The whole orphanage is going on a camp out. We're making s'mores and I'm gonna scare them all with a ghost story I learned from Rainbow Dash. It's really scary. Anyway, I will write to you later. Love you, Scootaloo. May 6th. Dear Mom, something big happened today. I didn't want to write you about it, but Miss Kinder and Dr. Froude said I should, so here goes. Today after school, Apple Bloom, Sweetie Belle, and me were playing in the barn at Sweet Apple Acres right by our clubhouse. I told you about our clubhouse, right? It's awesome. Applejack showed it to us when we were first starting out. She said it was her clubhouse when she was just a filly. Apple Bloom got it all spiffed up and it looks amazing. Wish you could see it. Anyway, we were playing in the barn trying to see if we could scare Big Mac when he came inside for a break from working. Apple Bloom said it probably wasn't a good idea. Turns out she was right. Big Mac ended up scaring us instead. After we got done laughing, Big Mac went back to work and we were deciding what to do next when we heard a strange sound. It sounded like hundreds and hundreds of ponies were galloping right outside. Me and Apple Bloom looked through one of the barn windows and saw the Ponyville River was rushing right at us. All I could think about was you. Remember that night? It didn't seem like anything special was happening. I remember you yelled at me because I didn't do my chores. You said if I didn't do them first thing tomorrow, you were going to take my scooter away. I was so angry. It was raining that night. I wanted to just run away, but I couldn't go anywhere while it was raining. At least not with my scooter. I still have old Trusty, by the way. And yes, I ride her everywhere. Remember Mr. Wrench? He used to fix Trusty all the time. Boy, do I miss him. I miss every pony, Mom. Why do the winds come? Why did the weather have to blow up like that? It was a freak storm, they said. Nothing could be done. But I thought the weather teams knew when all the storms were coming. Why didn't they warn us? You could have come upstairs with me. We could have been safe together. Why did it have to happen to us? It's not fair. July 3rd. Dear Mom, sorry about that last letter. I'm better now. I got to train with Rainbow today. She says I might be able to take off and glide for a bit in a couple weeks. Isn't that awesome? Dr. Froude said I should finish telling you about what happened a couple weeks ago. He said it would help me get closure or something. Help me not be so hard on myself. So we were at the barn watching the river come towards us. All I could think about was you. I didn't even notice Sweetie Belle and Apple Bloom trying to get me out of there. I couldn't move. Lucky for us, when the water hit, it didn't knock over the barn. But there was a lot of water, and it was rising fast. We couldn't see where the door was so we could get out. I thought we would be trapped. We ended up climbing into the loft and from there to the roof. I looked down and I saw the river was moving by really, really fast. I never seen water move that fast. I thought for sure we weren't going to make it. I closed my eyes and started crying. I couldn't help it. I know you told me to be brave, but I couldn't stop. I was so scared. Suddenly I felt myself being picked up and carried to safety. It was Rainbow. She came and rescued me. I couldn't believe it. "I got you, Squirt," she said. I looked up, and for a moment I thought she was you. I had to look again to make sure. Anyway, she set us down on the hill next to the farm. The whole Apple family was up there, including Granny Smith. I don't know how they got her out of the house as quick as they did, but Apple Bloom was happy to see them. Rainbow said she had to take Sweetie Belle to Rarities, and then she would be right back. I sat for a while on that hill watching the water rush by. It wasn't rising at all, and it seemed to slow a little bit as I watched. Suddenly I looked up and saw that Rainbow had returned. She asked if I was hurt at all or if I knew of any pony that might be in danger. She seemed so concerned with every pony's well-being. Isn't she great? I even got to spend the night at her house since the orphanage got flooded out. Don't worry, every pony was safe. Ms. Kinder got them all to the other side of town once she knew there was danger. So that's the big event that I was supposed to tell you about. I'm fine, and so is every pony. The town was a mess, but still there. Twilight said we were lucky. She said she read about flooding in other parts of the world where things hadn't turned out so well. The mayor and every pony else is still trying to figure out what happened. There's some talk going around that it was dragons, but I don't think so. I mean, there's been no dragons since that snoring one went away. Off to go crusading, hoping next time I can tell you about my cutie mark. Love, Scootaloo. April 17th. Dear Mom, Ms. Kinder just gave me the best news ever. You remember how I told you that Rainbow said she would be like a big sister to me? Well, I was training with her at the park and she asked me how things were going. I told her it was kind of lonely being the only big filly left in the orphanage and that it seemed like Miss Kinder didn't have time for me anymore. She said she was going to have a surprise for me later, and did she ever? Rainbow said I could live with her. Isn't that exciting? I get to live with Rainbow Dash. She said it would be like on a foster system or something, but still, living with Rainbow. How cool is this gonna be? We're gonna have all sorts of adventures, and I'll be able to hear all about her saving Ponyville whenever I want. I'm stoked. I'm gonna go pack. Love you, Scootaloo. September 5th. Dear Mom, so I have been living with Rainbow Dash for a while now. Things are going pretty good. There's not a lot of chores that need doing, but I help when I can. I know you'd want me to. I have to spend a couple of weekends at Fluttershy's every month. Rainbow is part of the Wonderbolt Reserves and has to go away to do training and practice or whatever. It's okay though. Fluttershy is really nice. She knows a lot about animals and is always there for me when things get tough. She even let me come along with her to feed Harry. Harry is a big brown bear. Don't worry though. Fluttershy said Harry wouldn't hurt any pony, especially with her around. Fluttershy has this cool gift. She's all shy and quiet, but when she gets mad, she brings out the stare. Remember how you used to look at me when I did something wrong? It's like that, but about 50 times worse. It's scary and awesome. I've seen her make just about any animal do whatever she wants with it. Anyway, I gotta go help her clean up before Rainbow gets back. We're going out to dinner with Fluttershy tonight. I haven't been out to dinner in a while. There's the door. Talk to you later. Love, Scootaloo. February 10th. Dear Mom, I think it's time for me to start moving on. I know you would want me to be happy, and I think I can start doing that. Between Rainbow and Fluttershy, I have two amazing ponies who want nothing but the best for me, a lot like you would have wanted. That doesn't mean I won't stop loving you or missing you. I will still be your little Scoots, and I won't ever forget you. But I think I can now learn to start having other ponies in my life. They won't be family. At least Dr. Frood says not in the usual sense. He says that family doesn't have to be related to care for each other, though. He says many times all it takes is just love. Who'd have thought me, of all ponies, would getting all mushy? I guess that's what I'm trying to say. I think it's time for me to say goodbye. Well, not right now, but soon, I think. My gliding is coming along nicely. Rainbow says I still have to work on my exercises to become strong enough to actually fly, but I'll get there. Sleep over at the clubhouse tonight. So excited. Love, Scootaloo. June 23rd. Dear Mom, I hate her. I hate her, I hate her, I hate her. She's the one that took you from me. That freak storm that showed up that night. The one you got swept away in. It was all Rainbow Dash. She didn't realize what she'd done, or so she says. Why'd she have to get upset? And then start making it rain and storm and stuff? It's not fair. She shouldn't have done that to me. I hate her. Fluttershy says I can stay with her for a while. She said she won't let Rainbow Dash near until I'm ready to talk. I don't know if I ever want to see her again. What should I do? Miss Kinder and Miss Cheerilee say I gotta learn to forgive, especially if it was an accident. But I don't think I can. If it hadn't happened, we'd still be a family. I would still get to see you, and I wouldn't even mind you yelling at me for getting the house dirty. But then, I never would have met my best friends, or Fluttershy, or Harry, or Twilight, or any pony else. And they all mean so much to me. I can't imagine having to say goodbye to them now. What should I do? July 17th. Dear Mom, I'm sorry for dumping all my problems on you. I know that these letters are supposed to help, but I still feel bad for giving you all my problems. I am still a little mad at Rainbow. It hurt a lot when I found out it was her that made you die. Fluttershy said it wasn't, though. She said sometimes when we Pegasi get upset, our magic makes us do unpredictable things, especially if we haven't learned to control it. She said that's why Rainbow became a weather pony. She said Rainbow could have tried out for the Wonderbolts as a filly, but didn't want to cause another storm every time she became upset. So, I guess I can't be too mad at her. It did take a lot of guts to tell me about it. After seeing how upset she was by it, maybe I've been a little harsh. Fluttershy said she's been asking about me every day for a whole month. Maybe I should listen to her. After all, I never really stayed mad at you either, even after all the groundings. Love, Scootaloo. July 14th. Dear Mom, this will be the last letter. I am ready to say goodbye. I have been given so much since I was brought to Ponyville. A wonderful home, friends who care for me, and even my own family. Sure, it might not be like every pony else's family, but it's still family. Maybe that's all I needed. Why I couldn't say goodbye before. Maybe you weren't letting me. Maybe you could see all I needed to heal was the love and support of a few good ponies. And I have that. Sometimes I think you must be smiling, seeing how much I've grown over these past few years. It hasn't been easy, and I have gotten in a few more close calls than I would have liked. Don't get me wrong, adventure is nice, but sometimes a little R&R is also nice. I gotta go. Rainbow says she has something very serious to talk to me about. I think I am ready. Goodbye, Mom. Stay happy, and remember, I will always love you. Yours, Scootaloo. July 15th. Rainbow, I was angry at you for the longest time. I kept blaming you for everything that had happened to me and everything that went wrong. Sure, there were good times, our flying lessons, the time you saved me at the barn, letting me come live with you, and even spending time with Fluttershy. I may not always be the best filly in the world. Sometimes I get mad and want to yell at you until I can't breathe, or run away so I don't have to face you when I've messed up. I'm afraid I have been a disappointment, but know that I wouldn't trade anything for the times we've had. You've come to mean so much to me, you and Fluttershy both. I may not say it a lot, but I love you. I want to be more than the honorary sisters we've become. I want to be your little squirt. I want you to be my very own. My dear Mom. That was Dear Mom by Thack. I know that I've read stories about dealing with loss before, and I think this was a very good representation on how to move on despite tragic circumstances. But what made this story stand out a little more for me is that Scootaloo also had to learn forgiveness, discovering that her idol was not as flawless as she had always believed, and coming to terms with how to move on with her life. Especially when she realized that she could not have had that life without those tragic circumstances leading into it. I hope that each of us can learn something from a story like this, understanding that we cannot see all ends, and even when life is being most unfair, we can become all the better for it. What do you think? I am Dr. Wolf, and I look forward to hearing from you.